Hello, welcome back. And today we are going to work on the handrails, and also we'll also create a cage ladder for this particular platform at a 16-meter height. Now, let's begin with the handrail here. If you take a look on the handrail, you can see this is disjointed with that. There's no connection. There's no smooth connection between these two handrail, between that and that and that and that. So we'll use this tool under auxiliary steelwork. We'll use handrail connection here. If I click on that, I'll be able to connect this and that, and both has been detected, and the appropriate fillet has been created on the two handrails. So I'll go ahead and click on that and that, and we've created a connection right there. And if you come here, we can go further and create another connection right there, and create another one here, and that has been created. So the next thing I'm going to show you how we can create a cage ladder. And the cage ladder, this will come right from the bottom end of this particular structure. So we have a grid line here allocated for a cage ladder. So it will come all straight all the way upward to the target here, which is our platform where the tank will be erected or placed. Now, we have a tool here for a ladder macro. We have a macro ladder here. So I'll go ahead and click on that. So once I've clicked on that, you can take a look on the screen here, select a midpoint, but you can select any point here. So our target point will be there. So if I right click and come to interrupt and turn this round, this is a default shape that we'll get if you invoke that macro to create this cage ladder. This is what you'll get by default. So to make more modifications, you just select on any part of this particular component, then press letter M on your keyboard, then enter on your keyboard once again. Then that will bring this editor dialog box here, or dialog box, for you to further customize this to match your measurements or your preferred design or your preferred height. And we have all this. If I can go ahead and bring in my preset and load, I can share with you the settings I have. You can see I have the two cages right there, and the main setting from the ground level I have 3 meters there, and from there to the bottom end of the first cage here I have 15.6, and I have 1 meter there, and I have center to center of the steps here I have 3 meters, and the whole and the offset from the edge of this member to the center, that is 20. So once you've set that and all that, you can just come here and click save as and give it a name, and that will be a preset for the next design or for the next detailing. Now I'll come back to main, and once I've come back to main here, I've showed you that. And if I come back to presets, and once I've loaded that, I'll go ahead and click load and click apply. So the moment I click apply, my settings will be picked automatically, and here we have my cage ladder in place. So that's how you can do or work around this particular component. Around the macro, if you want to create a component like this cage ladder. So if I switch back to my view line 1, if I double click on that, you'll be able to see I have this in place. If I come to view 2, you can see I have the cage ladder. You can see the section of the cage ladder on the other side. If I come to view B, you can see I have that in place. But remember, the beams that we created just for the purposes of creating the handrail has not been removed. We'll remove them once we've created a connection between the handrail and our cage ladder properly. Then we explode them, and then we get rid of the beams that we had created, like this beam here. We created for the purpose of creating the handrails only. Now let's switch back to isometric view. So this is what we have. So that's all about you can do if you want to create a cage ladder, and this is how you can create a connection between the handrails. And in this particular case, we don't need this kicker plate. So what I'm going to do, or knee plate, and what I'm going to do, I'm going just to pick on any handrail and type enter and click OK. And press OK. So once I've done so, I'll come to knee plate setting, and I don't need this knee plate at all. I'll click, I'll uncheck that and click OK, and that one disappears. If I click that, press letter M and click press OK, I'll come to new plate and uncheck that and click OK. Apply and give it an OK. I'll do the same thing to this far end here and press that, and I'll select on that, press letter M and enter to bring the editor box, and this will take me to this tab, and I'll be able to uncheck create new plate. I'll click apply and give it an OK. I'll do the same thing here. Select any part, press letter M and click and press enter and come to knee plate and uncheck that. Remember also, once you've done also that, you can go further and add the settings here. Once you've done the setting, you can just go ahead and click save. So if you click save, that one will be saved on your setting. Now it will be part of the setting that when you create the handrail, it will be without the knee plate. So that's how you can do it. So let's meet then on the next presentation, and I'll show you further how we can create a connection between the cage ladder and the platform, and also to the handrail. And another thing we are forgetting is, if you turn this like that, you can see we have, let me change the view. Let me change that view. Let me come to 3D right there. Let me just double click or turn that around like that, and maybe you can see the height of our handrail is slightly higher than the exit of our cage, or of our cage ladder. So what we want to do, we can go further and select everything here. Let me just select everything here and letter M and enter. Then if I double click on that, I'll be able to bring this, and I'll be able to, if I come to post settings, I can change the height of the post to maybe 650 right there. And if I click OK, I'll be able to bring it down slightly. So the error is because the connection part has been left out. So that is where the error is coming from. And you can see if I continue clicking on that, you can see everything is following automatically. So if I come here and click OK, you can see we have everything in place, but we've come deep down beyond the height, beyond our target height of the cage ladder. So what we can do, we can just undo, click undo, and come back where we are. So that's how you can adjust the height of our handrail. Let's meet then. Bye bye.